All right, everybody. Robert Arrington here with Gator Pro Extreme Hunting Equipment. This is a vital necessity to alligator hunting in Florida. In Florida, you must dispatch your gator with a power head or a knife. There.
Holy cow.
Believe me, you want to use a power head. And there is no power head or bang stick on the market that's more professionally built than the Gator Pro. I want to show you a few different things that I love about it. What's that? These are extra barrels. This is a different barrel. That's a 223 barrel. That's a 357 Magnum barrel. This is a 44 Magnum barrel. What's unique is, like, let's say I want to shoot a 223. The 223 easily fits on. All you've got to do is pull your cotter pin out. I just changed my barrels in like 2 seconds. They've also got a 410 coming out. Now, we all know there's a big shortage on pistol rounds, 223 rounds. There's not a shortage on 410 rounds. They're making a 410 that handles a 3-inch Magnum slug. I don't care what gator you've got up alongside your boat, you pop him in the head with a 410 slug, his eyes are gonna close and his heart's gonna stop, folks. That is a heartbreaker. Me personally, right now, I like the 223 the most with a hardened tip. And please understand, I'm a guide, so the people that I'm taking alligator hunting typically have never hunted an alligator before. And if you're watching this video, you're probably new at it or you've never done it before. So let me just show you a few things that'll help you be more successful in the woods or on the water for that matter. This bang stick or power head, same thing. It's got a 2-stage safety. This thumb ring, it's been gnarled, so it's got plenty of grip. No matter if your fingers are slippery or wet, whatever, it'll roll up fine. This is marine grade stainless steel. This cotter pin is your first safety, okay? When that cotter pin's in there, this is not going to depress. Now understand, there's a firing pin inside here. Your bullet sits inside here. When you hit that gator in the back of the head, it drives that bullet into this firing pin and causes the bullet to go off. Now, when you hit that alligator, you want to hit them hard. You want to drive that power head. And a lot of the other power heads that are just a slip on and off, a lot of times you hit that gator, the power head goes off and you drive it into his head. Well, when you pull it out, you pull the whole end of your barrel off. Now you're just holding a useless power head in your hand with the barrel in the gator. That will never, ever, ever happen with a Gator Pro.
Hold on. Right there?
There.
He's damn sure 12, boys.
Because it firmly and snugly screws in. It's got this O-ring that's going to keep any of the gases from blowing back, and there's a spring. So when you hit that gator, it actually, there's a little bit of a gap, and it causes a quick depression of the firing cap, which makes that bullet go off. The last thing you want to do is have that big trophy gator right there, go to hit him, and your bullet not go off. I can promise you that would be very, very, very irritating, especially if the gator got away afterwards. Okay, what do they teach you in hunter safety? They teach you about safety. Before you ever load this gun, and that's exactly what this is, it's a gun, make sure your cotter pin is through the hole up top. Then take your thumb ring right here, your bottom safety, your second safety, and run it up. This cotter pin can't come out. Take your barrel off. Okay. Once that's off, take your bullet, slide it in. There you go. And even with the safety, I do not want my fingers in front of this barrel when it's loaded. Roll it down. Nice and finger tight, just like that. Now it's loaded, but it's still unsafe. Now what you're gonna do, right on the back of his head is a little square plate, right behind the eyes. See, right behind the eyes, there's that square plate. Let him go down a little bit. Let him go down. Okay, right.
Hit him hard, hang on to the stick.
Okay, so you and your friends, you're fighting your gator, you're getting them close to the boat. It's almost time to shoot. Loosen this. Put your cotter pin in the bottom. Now this bottom hole is gonna keep this from dangling, because if this dangles, it can go down and wind up getting shot off. They've thought of everything there. There's a hole, your cotter pin's down here. We know it's almost time to shoot. We're ready. Here's the gator, it's time to shoot. Last thing you do, just like if you're about to shoot a deer, the last thing you do, take it off safety, boom, pull the trigger. So right before we're shooting, I roll that safety down, now I'm ready. Keep your barrel away from anything. Come over. I like to have one finger right here at this rope loop, okay? When he's here, pick out that spot just behind the back of his eyes, that square plate. Right in that square. Try your best to make sure that gator's head is underneath the water. So just in case part of the bone shatters off or part of the bullet shatters off, it's underwater and it's gonna keep you from getting any debris shot back at you.
To you right here. Right there.
Another great thing about this Gator Pro bower head, if you've got that gator right there, oh, and he's just not quite right, you can reach down, and because this has a spring in it, you can gently nudge him out of the way so that maybe he's rolled just a little bit, or maybe he's a little too close to the boat, or you don't have the right angle. You can gently nudge him away. The spring will keep the power head apart, and at the moment of truth, wham, hit him.
Right there?
There. These are warriors. These are dinosaurs. They're incredibly tough and resilient. And when you're gonna kill one, take this power head and drive it into the top of his head. Hit him as hard as you can, and that's gonna drive that bullet right through his brain. Then, come back out. You just shot. Take your cotter pin out. Put it back underneath the bottom and roll it up. We're safe. Now please, everybody, just because you've killed the gator and you think he's stone dead and you hit him in the back of the head with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 shots, these gators have nerves that run from their jaws to the tongue. That tongue is not connected to the brain the way you would think. So yeah, the gator appears to be stone dead. You pull him up, you're laughing, joking. I've had people say, "Let me put my arm in his mouth so we can take a picture." That's a great way to get your arm broke, bit, crazy infection. Treat these gators with respect and don't give them a moment to ruin your day. When you get that gator, you think he's dead, go underneath his jaw, hold his jaw tight, close it. The first thing you need to do is get several, I don't care, 5, 10, 15, 20 wraps around his mouth with electrical tape. That's my favorite tape to use. Use whatever tape you want, but I use electrical tape. Once that happens, pull him up on your boat and try to make sure when you pull that head up on the side of the boat, take a sharp knife, cut around that half moon, and then sink your knife in past the backbone on both sides, and you'll cut his jugular vein and arteries in his neck. He's gonna bleed a lot. You do not want that blood in your boat, because in about 2 minutes, it will turn into blood jello that you will be picking out of your boat with your hands, and it's extremely nasty. When he starts to bleed, let him bleed over the side of the boat. While you're cutting the back of his head, take your sharp knife. You'll feel a little indentation in the top of his spine. Get the point of your knife right in that indentation and sever his spine. Make sure that's cut. Once that's cut, you can almost put your name on him. Pull your gator into your boat.
Said you wanted an alligator, right?
And immediately put a tag in his tail, a CITES tag. And guess what, folks? You just had an enjoyable, fun, successful alligator hunt. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to email me at robert@respectoutdoors.com. Or if you need any of this gear whatsoever, go to huntinglight.com. It's your home for all your extreme hunting gear.